Before the Class 66 invasion, the initial Class 59 arrival, and even before Foster Yeoman ordered an SW-1001, or the USATC provided S-160s and S-100s during the war, there were American exports on British soil. In 1899, several British railway companies had a problem. A 2-year-long labor dispute admitted the locomotive construction firms was coming to an end. That was good, but they were still vastly behind on orders. The Midland, Great Northern, and Great Central all had their own workshops, but each was at capacity because of the aforementioned strike, and all needed more motive power. What to do? Go abroad, of course. Baldwin took up the challenge, building a fairly bog-standard version of a 260 Mogul. The locomotives were fully assembled at Baldwin, then taken apart in kit form for reassembly in England, similar to what was done at the time with lake steamers heading to foreign countries. The locomotives arrived late in 1899, with the Midland getting 30, and 20 each going to the Great Northern and Great Central, becoming the 2501 class, H1 class, and 15 class respectively. The Midland also ordered an additional 4 260s from Alco at the same time, known as the 2511 class. These four looked a smidge less American with 3-wheel tenders. As these engines were released for service as mixed traffic locomotives, it wasn't long before the comments on them came in. More powerful or equal to most mixed traffic or goods 060s of the time, but rough riding and of a lower quality construction than British-built machines. Their fuel consumption wasn't great either, and it's little wonder why none of these machines lasted until the 1923 grouping. Retirement and scrapping started in 1913, and by 1915 all of these stopgap locomotives were gone from the network. Now, these moguls are not the only steam to come from the States to run in England. Smaller railways and industrial operations often would buy American, be it new or something like a second-hand World War I trench engine. Here are a few examples of that. The standard gauge Port Talbot Railway and Barry Railway bought several Cook-built 082Ts and 062Ts, which were later Swindonized by the Great Western after the grouping, giving them quite a unique look. About a year earlier than the 260s, the narrow gauge Linton and Barnstable bought a 242T for their operation. Ordered from Baldwin for the same reason as the 260s and named Lynn, she lasted quite a lot longer than her larger siblings, not going off for scrap until 1935. Lynn's story didn't end there, however, as a replica has been built and steamed for the first time in 2017. It can now be seen plying the original railway on a preserved section of the Linton and Barnstable. The oddest I've left for last. At some point in 1900, the Staffordshire Steel and Ingot Iron Works ordered a single Shay locomotive from Lima. Lima number 618 was a 30-ton Shay and would only work for the company until 1918. Only a blurry Lima Builders photo, which may not even be the actual engine, exists. Although I hope more eventually do come to light, because I really would like to see some photos of this unique export. Hey everybody, have been wanting to cover this topic itself since I came up with this idea. Basically, I've always found Baldwin and Alco exports to England fairly interesting. It's always been a bit fun to see these rugged American designs trying to fit in somewhere that they really don't. Thank you for watching Crash Course, and I'll see you again soon.